Financial Focus and analyst Steve Budin joins me now. And the big merger here we've been talking about, T-Mobile and Sprint, not going to happen apparently, at least not right now.
Right, and I had mentioned a couple of months ago that T-Mobile and Sprint were in talks to merge, which would have created the third largest cell phone provider. Apparently over the weekend they called it quits.
From friend to foe, as I was saying, but you're saying not quite. The deal isn't dead.
Right. Sometimes these types of deals, they say in most major negotiations, it's not official till somebody leaves the room at least once. I have a feeling they'll get back, but the timing for consumers could not be better. I mean, with the new iPhones coming out, the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10, you're now going to have these two companies battling for your business, offering all kinds of incentives. So to see these two sit down again wouldn't surprise me, but I don't see it happening for the next couple of months at least.
All right, so perhaps what they need really is just a second date.
I think a second. First date didn't work so well, but sometimes the second one is better.
All right, moving on now to oil prices at the pump. We're seeing a 2-year high out of Saudi Arabia, so that means what for us here?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see gas prices tick up just a little bit. If you're following the news over the weekend, there was some political upheaval in Saudi Arabia. One of the princes arrested a whole bunch of his adversaries and imprisoned them in the Ritz-Carlton, nonetheless.
Wow.
But all that type of uncertainty in Saudi Arabia, certainly the first thing the markets look at are oil prices, because Saudi Arabia is the world's largest oil producer. So until this political uncertainty irons itself out, I think you'll see oil prices stay a little bit higher. So you might see gas prices tick up a little bit when they normally at this time of the year go down.
We think our politics is tough here.
It's another world over there in more ways than one.
All right, moving on now. Speaking of our politics, we're talking about tax reform. We're going to begin to see more details emerge this week. Who benefits, who doesn't, deductions, changes, what's going on here?
Yeah, the House of Representatives is holding their first hearings on the tax proposal. And I remind all the viewers that everything you're seeing now are just that. They're proposals. Nothing's been signed into law yet. And the thing that really bothers me is that both political parties will overestimate and obfuscate the true facts about who's benefiting, who's not benefiting. Until you really sit down and do the math for your own situation, you won't know if the tax plan helps or hurts you.
But we think right before this does go to vote, we will have clarity here, specifically about, the breakdowns with incomes and family and all of that, right?
Right, and I think over the next couple of weeks, you'll begin to see this flesh out a little bit. I just know that a lot of the proposals that are being floated about mortgage interest deductibility, student loan interest deductibility, property tax deductibility, all of that has to go through the system, and each of the Congress people has their own constituency to defend, and that's what makes it so difficult to pass.
All right, big surprise there. Politicians not really being clear and honest. How about that?
Yeah, once in a while that happens.
All right, Steve Budin, thanks always for your time. Appreciate it. We'll be right back, everyone.